So in today's real estate exam prep video, we're going to discuss two concepts that quite honestly, I'd never thought I would see on a licensing exam. However, I have received recently several emails from students saying that these two concepts did appear on their real estate licensing exam. And it seems that pretty much all the testing services, PSI, AMP, and the rest of them, they have included these similar types of questions. So I decided to do a video. Now what happens is I'm sure that you have heard these two key terms before in your pre-licensing class. Many instructors, typically the very beginning of the very first night of your first class, they will throw out these two concepts to indoctrinate you into the whole process or the whole system of land ownership. But up until now, I never heard it being on the licensing exam. So what are these two concepts? Well, they are the feudal system and the Lloydl systems of ownership. And the feudal system is the king owns everything. The king owns everything. There is no private individual ownership. And what would happen is the king would appoint a landlord over a certain size parcel of land. And maybe the king would even appoint certain peasants to work for that landlord. But the landlord doesn't own it. They're just a lord over that property. And at any time, the king could fire that landlord, or if that landlord died, then the king would reappoint a new lord. And remember, the king owns everything under the feudal system. Very common in the Middle Ages in Europe. And to a certain extent, it actually even came over to the British colonies, where the king still owned everything. The king would appoint governors over the different colonies, and then the governor would then appoint different plantation owners, etc. But something happened in 1776. We threw the British out. We became a new country who embraced what's called the Allodial system of land ownership. This is where individuals have the right to own land without government interference. So that individual landowner has the right to buy land, sell land, lease it, exchange it, option it, will it to their heirs. They can, remember the bundle of rights. That is a concept that we have talked about before, and I'll leave a link to that video right up here in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. That is the foundation of the Lloydl system. And there is one other key real estate term I do want you to know. It's called a land patent. And I'm sure most of you have heard the term, but you may not know what it is. So after we gained our independence and we had the 13 original states, well, the United States expanded west and new territories were gained by the government. The government owned all that land. And when the government would transfer title to the settlers that were expanding west, they would use what's called a land patent to transfer title. Now, we know in today's real estate world that an individual will pass title using a deed. But back then in the early 1800s, in fact, land patents were still used up into the late 1800s. When the government would transfer title, they used a land patent. And that's the document that was used. So it is a key real estate term that you do have to know for your real estate licensing exam. If you're going to continue studying, you might want to check out this video right up here in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Please do so. Click the little circle to my left, and don't forget to click on that little notification bell. Comments and questions, love both of them. Put them down in the comment section. I would appreciate that as well. That's all I got for today. I'll see you in the next video.